Yeah, like whole Groundhog Day was really cute, and I love that movie. That movie's an absolute classic.
It's an amazing movie.
Yeah, and so it's one of those things where it's like I always thought that was funny, but yeah, I found out an interesting factoid that they used to use hedgehogs, and the only problem is because the hedgehog is a nocturnal animal, you had to wait and do it at night. So it's like if it saw its shadow in the moonlit night, and of course the problem with that is well, what if it's not a full moon, or what if it's what if it's overcast? But I guess you get the same problem during the day with that with the groundhog. But I don't know. They just used to use a hedgehog, and I think honestly I think hedgehogs are a little cuter than groundhogs. So I don't know.
They are. They're absolutely way cuter than groundhogs. Groundhogs look like overgrown like beaver rats.
They do. They really do. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. I mean, I'm like, they make really great like plush pillows though, because they've got like fat little bodies with all the fur in the middle. So if you make and I don't mean like actually killing one and making a, I'm just like the little stuffy ones, like the stuffed animal versions of them. Yeah, yeah. They make really good pillows because they're soft and fluffy and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, yeah. I was gonna do that.
It's been pretty boring other than me watching a whole bunch of like political stuff where it's just like, oh my god, everything in the kitchen sink. Oh my god.
Dude, it really is. Like I was doom scrolling Twitter this evening because Sundays are, there's not a whole there's no real point with the baby being sick and everything else. There's no real like point in me getting into like some other stuff. Yeah, she's doing a little bit better today. We finally got some medicine down her this evening, so she's feeling a lot better now. But yeah, that's why I wasn't able to do my 1 year anniversary stream for the channel yesterday, is because she came down with a fever after getting some shots.
Well, it happened. It's like my niece's birthday. You have the birthday and then you have the party on a different day.
Right. Yeah. So it was one of those things. It's like, yeah, probably just end up doing it next Saturday, which sucks. I think that's MegaCon weekend too. So I don't know how many people I'm gonna be able to get to show.
Wait till after MegaCon, and then you don't have to have everyone scramble. It's all right.
Yeah, that's probably a good point too. I could totally do it after MegaCon. I don't think it's really going to matter all that much over there. So yeah, that's probably true. Let's probably do it like the second weekend of February or something like that. That way we can put a little. I wish Rumble Studios would get it straightened out to where like I have the ability to have a stream, schedule a stream 7 days out and schedule multiple streams. I just can't schedule multiple streams through Rumble Studios, and I really wish I could do that, because if I could do that, that would solve a lot of problems.
A little bit too manual.
I know. It just makes life a lot easier, because I used to do it where I'd set them up manually, and my God, it's just, well, with StreamYards, it wasn't so bad, but now that StreamYards decides to ask for fucking, $30 a month, or, for like the package that allows you to multi-stream and like actually have your own little, dancing baby clips and stuff in the background. So
we're charging for that now, motherfucker. We're too poor.
Well, what it is a new company came in and bought them. Apparently this company is notorious for that. They're not even like a tech company. They're just like an investment firm. And so they go in and they buy stuff, and then they'll cut features and jack up the price and make it more profitable for a year or two. So it looks like it's actually more profitable, but in the long run, they're damaging the company. But that's not going to, it looks good on paper. So if they, they can sell it off to another investment firm for more money, because now it looks like it's worth more than what it actually is, even though it's impossible to factor in brand damage. You know what I mean? Outside of like looking at the user base numbers, you know what I mean? And like, so I don't know, but it's just, it just sucks. It just sucks, because it was a great system, outside of being able to not stream games to it and stuff like that. It was a great system, and they fucked it all up.
Well, maybe someone will go over, buy it out, and then actually fix everything.
We'll see what happens.
Big show of it.
Yeah, I hope so. That'd be great. But that's still something that's like a few years off, and by then Rumble Studios will have all of its kinks worked out to where it won't really matter, So that's kind of the thing about it. It's like, that's the thing, is they burned a lot of because that's the thing. Once a lot of other people move on, they're never going to go back unless the system they're using is just, it's just barely functional, which that's not the case with a lot of the systems out there. A lot of guys I know have moved on to like Streamlabs' own version. Like that's what Nick uses. My only problem with that is I can't highlight Rumble chat using that. It doesn't pull the Rumble chat in. Using the Streamlabs one, and I've got it. Rumble's a big part of what we do around here. You know what I mean? It's half the audience a lot of the time, and on shows like this, it's all of the audience. So it's one of those situations where that's what you gotta kind of do. That's what you gotta kind of do.
That makes sense. I get that.
Yeah. That's always just been the big thing to me. I like to be able to highlight everybody's chat and talk to everybody and call people out and stuff like that for the good things. Did you not have JT's stream today?
No, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, we had fun.
I saw you because I saw you raid me earlier, And although you didn't come in and say hi in the chat, you just rated me and walked away, which is fucking
I'm
rude as
sorry,
shit.
just threw a stack of people in your face and then walked out. Like
The only person that showed up was your average patriot nerd. Like, nobody else came over.
Well, it's just, you know.
Uh-huh.
I was doing a homework stream.
All you sinners are just scared of the good Lord's word. That's what it is.
Gosh.
I
showed them.
It was a good one. It was a good one too, because we were going over Psalms today too, which was great. Psalms is really good. They're it's fun too, because there's a lot of them in there that I'm like, because it was funny because I was driving to church this morning, and I was thinking about it. I was like, it'd be a lot of fun. I wish there was more like metal, like Christian music and stuff like that. Because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, it's really, especially if you go like Old Testament and stuff like that, it's really easy to come up with like some metal songs. Like you can talk about hellfire and damnation. Like you can do a whole song about like the battle in heaven and like God throwing Lucifer down. And like, there's like this whole, like you can include like you can do a totally metal, like some hardcore metal Christian music. And it's just like, but somebody I think, no, it was actually Your Average Patriot Nerd. Like there was a couple of bands he suggested for me to look into. And I was like, all right, dope, I'll look at those. But I'm like, where is that in the modern era?
With a jawbone.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like you could be like, and David slaughtered the Messenites. Like you could do like some fucking crazy shit. Like it'd be fucking great. You can still get all your rage out and still be like doing biblical stuff. Like I'm like, that's what we need.
God did say a joyful sound, so.
Yeah, well, some of the because Psalms is basically like most of it's like it's written to be a song. A lot of Psalms is like some of it's very like there's actual instructions in Psalms for like different types of instrumental music to go along with it. And it's one of those things. So I'm like, yeah, like, cause some of it's like, and the Lord will strike down his enemies. You think and it's like, it shows like it gives like the arrogant man's perspective. It's like, God lets me get away with all of my sins and I get to do what I want and I still prosper. Da, 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 da. And then it's like yeah, exactly. And then it's like the holy man's going, no, the Lord's going to punish you. Father, do not, don't let him mock you by getting away with this. Da, 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 shoot your arrows down at him, burn him down to the ground. And I'm like, see, this is so metal, dude. This is so metal. You could totally do this. There's a big giant gap of an opportunity right there. Like we really need to get it with Dan Vasc. I'm like, look, I got Psalms 8, 9, and 10. I really think you can turn them into a metal song. Just 8, 9, and 10, dude. Like I think you can do it.
Look, you already went over and sang about the American flag. You can do this.
Right. I mean, Amazing Grace is like his #1 song of all time. You know what I mean? And so like, that's like, yeah. They got all, what was it? They said they got all the old blue haired grandmas right in the fields on that one.
My bloomers.
Exactly. He knocked the cobwebs off of those dusty old bloomers with that song.
I felt this way since Jefferson was president.
Damn, they ain't that old. Holy shit. That's Revolutionary War times. That's like Betsy Ross and shit. They're not those daughters of the revolution. Holy God in heaven. Holy God in heaven. That is absolutely great. That is absolutely wonderful. So, all right. Well, the notification's officially gone out on Rumble. And this is always the worst part I hate about taking off a week off, because it's like it throws everybody's schedule off and not being here. And it's like always, it's been like that and it sucks, but it's okay. We've got all the people out here that we need. And honestly, I got my co-host and maybe Mr. Gregory will show up. And I've got I've got my loyal folks in the chat. And those are the most important people out there. So
I'm always afraid I scare them off because I get so riled sometimes.
No, that's normally when they get the most excited in the chat. I don't know what you're talking about. So, all right, boys and girls. And ladies and gentlemen, remember tonight we do have the same rules that we've been having over on the Thursday night show. We've got Dancing Baby for direct donations. And we've got Dancing Sunker for gifty subs. So keep a think about that. So you know what? We're just going to go ahead and get started because honestly, I love this episode. The Name of the Doctor is one of my favorites. And so we have got to get into this. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Mr. Grant Gregory out there fighting the good emu war and bringing us great music at the exact same time.
In the heart of the cosmos where time and space collide, the Doctor and his TARDIS forever to glide. From the streets of London to the far edges of space with Rose, Martha and Donna, through time time they chase. Daleks and their fury, Cybermen stealing cold. The mysteries of bad wolf, stories untold. To the planet of New Earth and the fires of Pompeii. Through the shadows of the vast and thereafter they find their way. Back when who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time and wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show where the universe was at their command. Jesse, the common nerd with a vision so bright, guiding through the episodes into the night. The maiden sunker with insights to unveil, and Mr. Grant Gregory with lore to irrigate. Back when who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time and wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show, a day universe was at their command. From the battle of Canary Wharf to the end of time, we're heroes and legends in their prime. The Sakurax invasion and the last Dalek stand, with the Doctor at Kobe hands undone. Back when who was good, those were the days. Adventures through time and wondrous haze. The Doctor and his companions, a tale so grand. In the show, a day universe was at their command. From the battle of Canary Wharf to the end of time, we're heroes and legends in their prime.
So, all of time and space, everything that ever happened or ever will, where do you want to start?
Again. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, this is Jesse with the Common Nerd. Welcome to another wonderful edition of When Who Was Good, boys and girls. Thank you all so very much for being here. I apologize for missing last week. We've got a brand new baby at the house. She is just a week and a half old right now. Mary Ruth came in at 11:44 last Wednesday. Boys and girls made it in just in time before the midnight hour, and she is doing well. Mama is doing well. They are resting. Baby is at her stage where this is honestly one of my favorite parts about having a baby. This is the easiest stage. All they want to do is eat, sleep, and poop. It's great. You know, if you can do a good tamale wrap, you'll never have any problems, man. You just feed them. You make sure their butt's clean. You put a bottle in their mouth, and they go right back to sleep for like another 3 or 4 hours. It's freaking amazing. It's the best. It's the best stage of children. I'm telling you right now. At least until you can start playing with them, actually having conversations. Then it's a lot of fun too. I had a great time with my 17-year-old today. So over the weekend. So it's been a good time. We had lots of fun about cyberpunk and all kinds of stuff like that. But ladies and gentlemen, all of that being aside, now that I've got all that explanation out of the way, we have a wonderful, one of my absolute favorite episodes tonight, which our dear sweet Sunker Maiden is probably going to tear apart into absolute oblivion. But we have the name of the Doctor tonight. One of those situations, answering the one question, fulfilling so many prophecies that we've had. We are finally going to the fields of Trenzalore, boys and girls, where the one question in the universe must never, ever be asked. So that's what we're in for tonight. This is season 7 finale. So as it is with finales, we've got our brewskis this evening. Sunker dressed up very nice. I've got my button up on. All this is just a leftover from church, but that's beside the point, boys and girls. We're looking nice. We're looking fabulous. It's working wonderful. And so we're going to have a really good time tonight. And then since it's only one episode before we jump into season 10 and the 50th anniversary, unless I'm wrong, unless there's a Christmas special in between this and the 50th anniversary, which there might be, We have a 50th anniversary special coming up very, very soon. That's a big, huge episode. That's an hour and a half long. It's the one I forced Sunker to watch with me on a $5 Fridays one time. And this is the reason why I was able to knock her into reviewing all of the Who that she missed out. I had to slap her around a little bit, but she eventually listened. And then so it worked out very, very nicely.
Persistence
That's
is a virtue.
Hey, that's a damn fact. So don't forget it, boys. You got to work hard to get what you want. Speaking of things that you all want, Sunker Maiden, my dear, how are you? How are you? How has your day been?
I'm doing pretty good. I just got out of a game of Refugees and Moralities on JT Savage's channel. We had audio issues at the end, but that was because of Kick fucking up or Streamlabs. And my brain just died. Oh, I would have heard scared two people because I was getting ready at the same time as I was like ordering my food and everything. So one guy was rather shocked to see this highly makeup lady here. It's like, you're very beautiful. Like, thanks.
Can't take. I told you. See, we try telling you. Try telling you.
No. But and then I got my booze and all that noise. So I would say I'm looking forward to it, but I have choice words with Moffat's storytelling that it hasn't evolved since the first season he show ran. It hasn't evolved at all. It's the same fucking thing.
Oh, dear sweet Sunker, dear sweet Moffat doesn't feel. You know what? We live through the Chibnall era, okay? We're living through the Russell T Davies Disney era right now, okay? Fucking Moffat is a godsend. All right,
Yeah.
like that's
just because Star Wars sequels suck doesn't make the prequels any better than what they
you
were.
hush your mouth, woman. You Revenge of the Sith is a fucking magnum opus. You hush your mouth.
It's
not.
not.
I tell you what, people, this is why we can't take her anywhere. This is why we can't take her anywhere. So speaking of where we can't take her anywhere, we're going to say hi to all of you people that, speaking of people that we can't take anywhere, we're going to say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat. But before we do, if for whatever reason you're catching this over on the YouTube side, if you're catching this over there on the replay for whatever reason, make sure you join us over there on Rumble for the full watch along, because this is a watch along as well as a review, because we will pause, we will criticize, especially Sunker Maiden, extensively, a lot, and without doubt. So we'll be having a lot of fun with all of that kind of stuff, but you have to join us over on Rumble. Sometimes we do cut these up a little bit and put them out there on YouTube. Basically, whenever the news gets really slow and I have like 3 hours to kill, because that's what it takes to edit one of these down properly. But yeah, other than that, boys and girls, that's what you got to join us. Join us over on Rumble. So if you're over on YouTube, Jim Bone already has dropped the link in the chat. Thank you very much for that, Jim Bone. So please, by all means, join us over there on Rumble. It's a very good time. It is the free speech alternative to YouTube. And guess what? They don't have a bunch of dumb bots that are going to copyright claim us, because what we're doing does fall under fair use, but because we are not one of the chosen, we are not one of the elites, you know, we're not on the list, we can't do this kind of thing over there on YouTube. So by all means, please join us over on Rumble. So let's say hi to all of you fabulous folks out there in the chat. I know we had this eccentric coming in first this evening, looking good in red, another one of our fine channel members over there on Rumble. Appreciate you very, 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 very much, my friend. And let's see what else we got. We got Jim Bone dropping links over there on the YouTube side. Thank you, Jim Bone. Join us on Rumble. Thank you very much for that, brother. Appreciate you dropping that as well. We got John Washburn over on YouTube, as always. Comes in and says, hail all. Love you, John. Always glad. John just jumps in. John just likes to jump in, make sure he says, hey, I'm watching, I'm lurking, I'm hanging out, I'm going to smash that like button for you, and we're going to chill, and I appreciate that, John. John's like our number one lurker, dude. He's always lurking out there, and he'll come in, he'll say, hi, hail, and then he'll say, bye, and then sometimes he'll jump in at the end of like a 4-hour stream and say, bye. I'm like, where is he? He's like lurking the entire time. Okay, bye, John. Like, you know, it's great. I love it.
Sometimes people just want to listen.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I watch on my TV a lot. You know what I mean? And so, a lot of the streams I watch nowadays, the chats are just so insane. Like, it's, you know, I'll jump in to say hi and stuff like that. And it's like, it's hard to keep a conversation and a lot of those chats. Yeah. You know what I mean? So a lot of times it's one of them situations where, yeah, I'm lurking most of the time as well. So I don't mind that at all. Lurkers count. We love our lurkers. Speaking of people that we love, Shadow Warden 99, another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble, says gay. Yeah, it was Sunker's fault. It's all Sunker's fault.
It's not my fault. It was my fault this time.
All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Let me see if I can find him down here in the chat real quick, because we've already got our first donation of the night.
What?
Yes, boys and girls. And direct donations are very much appreciated. We've got rent due tomorrow. I've got like a $400 light bill again because fuck this company. I can't wait till my tax return comes in and I can get a new one. So yes, direct donations are very much appreciated. But Kaio Saber starting off the night right over there on the Streamlabs side for $25.
Thank you, Kaio. Thank you so much.
He says, I can't gift and rumble. That's weird. I wonder what's going on with that. Probably another glitch in their system. That's what happens when they're constantly trying to do updates, man. Glitches are going to happen, but I appreciate that very much. And I'll see if I'll pin the link for the Streamlabs whenever the next time the Rumble bot pops it out there. It says, can't gift and rumble. So this is towards the Sunker clips. You know the ones. That's right. That's the long. Any gifted sub. So basically any donation of $5 or more will get you at least one of the Sunker clips if you so designated, or you can have the dancing baby. Completely and totally up to you, since if the gifty subs aren't working tonight. But we know exactly what that means. So for $25, boys and girls, you get the long clip. So thank you, Kaio Saber, for starting out the night right.
Monster. It gets me every time. It's so stupid.
That's my favorite part. Oh, thank you, Kaio Saber. Appreciate that, brother. Yes. There was the wife. She brought me food. It was funny too, because I was being kind of a smartass before I came out here too, and I was like, I went back in there real quick to grab something before I came out, and because I knew she was getting ready to start making dinner, and I was like, I'll take my dinner in the office whenever it's ready, please.
Bitch, you bitch! Oh! Oh!
Right? And it was funny too, because she was like, she looks at the baby and she goes, Daddy hasn't even been drinking yet. I was like, no, I'm just like this. This is just how I am. I'm like this all the time. It doesn't matter. Oh my God. Thank you again, Kaio Saber. I appreciate you, brother. All right, let's get back to saying hi to everybody else out there in the chat as well. All righty. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. We got to get everybody in order. Got to go back up to where were we at? This eccentric animation overload. There you go. Shadow Word 99. Animation overload. There it is. Hail all. Hey, good to see you, animation overload. Hit that like button, because that's what animation overload is. Hit that like button. So yes, if you haven't already smashed that like button, boys and girls, I appreciate you. Thank you, animation overload. And there's this eccentric too, in case I didn't get to pull him up earlier. There you go. Good to see you, buddy. Like to put it. That's what I said. That's why I use Rumble Studios. So I'd like to be able to pull all you guys up on the chat. Speaking of beautiful people out there, James Cash says, sorry I was busy. My sorcerer had to kill the final golem by hitting it with a stick. That's awesome. I read the rest of what happened in the chat while we were playing. That is freaking glorious. I love that. It's like, look, he had 1 HP left. All I had to do was whack him with a stick. I'm like that, dude. That's the most boss thing ever. Like, you've got him. He's on the ropes. He's completely and totally messed up.
He's looking pretty rough.
He's looking pretty rough. And it's like Yoda or like Master Roshi just walks in and is just like thunk, and boom, Cell just like explodes. Like, that's the kind of battle it's been. Like, I love that. I love that so very much. So yeah, good to see you, James. Always good to see you, brother. Hope everything's going. I saw your little stream pop up the other night too. I thought that title was great, dude. It was like, it's too cold for trapeze. Let's play some games. I saw that because I got everybody's notifications turned on Kick. So if I follow you on Kick, I see whenever you go live, and I love some of those titles you guys come up with. That shit is great. That shit is absolutely great. Chaos versus James is right, boy. That was a fight. I believe that. Darth Dave, what's going on, buddy? Says hail all. Another one of our fine channel subscribers over there on Rumble. Good to see you, Darth Dave. Always good to see you, buddy. Always good to see you. Is Grant actually here? Probably not. This is during the morning for Grant, and he's had a lot going on with the family and stuff lately. Plus, the emu wars are really ramping up right now. They've recently called in reinforcements. I've heard they've aligned with the squirrels now in Australia, so things might be looking really really rough for Mr. Grant Gregory, so keep an eye out for that. Prayers be with Mr.
Squirrels, it's just one step until they align with the rabbits that have been destroying their countrysides.
Yeah, like I'm kind of thinking the Australians might be, you know what, it might be time to make Australia great again. I mean, 52nd state, we're already taking Canada. I mean, 52nd state,
well, most of Canada. We're going to leave Quebec. We can keep Quebec.
No, I think it's one of those things. It's just like, like we've talked about this in the past before. It's like, just make the county thing. We talked about this on midweek hump. Just make it to where like you do like the electoral college, just like you do with the states. You make it to where everything's by county, right? So like that takes the big cities' power away from them. If every county gets equal representation in the electoral aspect of it, just like you do with the electoral college in the states, you kind of do it
more
like
a province for now. Instead of being allowed to vote yet, because it still has its mixed loyalties.
That's true. Yeah, kind of treat it like a few of those others out there. So yeah, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. See if I can find him here in the chat. There's Darth Dave. So yeah, that's what's going on with the grant. This is Eccentric, Kyle Saber, Darth Dave. There we go. I have missed a few weeks. That's okay, Darth Dave. You know what? You come in here whenever you can, brother. I appreciate you being here. We've missed you though. We have missed you. Kyle Saber. If I had one, it had 1 HP. Our monk and Leshy Kinetis couldn't hit it, so the sorcerer that couldn't do anything all fight banked on it harder on the head with 1 damage. I love that. That is so
fucking. I'll hit it.
That is fucking great. I'll hit it with my stick. That is great. Oh, that is great.
Was that with Josh?
What?
Was that with Josh?
Oh, I don't know. Fuck you, Rumble. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Explain your stuff. We were already talking about it anyway. Go ahead.
He's a DM. He's he's a DM that he opened up some more games. So he's very, very fun. A bit anal retentive, but I don't expect a British person not to be.
Hey, well, that happened. Yeah, right. They're uptight by nature, unless they're drunk lesbians like our dear sweet Disbrew. Jim Bones says, fuck you, Rumble. I want to send Gifty. Hey, look, I already said if you send $5 on a direct donation, it will count the same. If that's what you want, it will count the exact same. I will show the Sunker clips. I don't have a problem with that at all. I will gladly do that. But good to see you, Jim Bone. Another one of our fine channel subscribers as well. Yeah, no more audio. I know. I forgot to turn it off because we have to mute it manually when the clips come up. Like StreamYards does it automatically, but over here you have to manually mute. And same thing, Streamlabs little thing, he does that too. It just doesn't do that over here. So we can talk over our clips, which is kind of fun for certain things. But yeah, I want to start with where's Grant? Yes, there you go. Exactly. Thank you. The Boomer Nerd, indeed. Shadow Ward 99. Where's Darth Dave? Congrats, Jesse. Thank you, this eccentric. Best stage with parents as well. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, best stage for us because it's a lot easier. You at least get like 3 or 4 hours of sleep at a time, right? You know what I mean? Versus like being with an upset one all night. That's right. That's right, Kyle Saber. Sunker is dressed to the 10s. That's right. Roll for initiative, boys. Roll for initiative. The Christmas episode is after the 50th. Okay, thank you, James. Thank you for that. Okay, I wasn't sure if there was going to be one in between, so thank you. That is weird. That is weird. Damn it, where is he? You're a Richard Nerd. You need to say something else in the chat. Where are you? I'm curious as to which we think of this one. I've got my opinion, but I'm not going to color it. All right, thank you, James. I appreciate that. We'll find out. Darth Dave says totally Sidious. Yeah, absolutely. There he is. Your average Patriot Nerd has gifted 1 common nerd subscription over on the Rumble side. So apparently it's working for him. Thank you, average Patriot Nerd. You know what that means, boys and girls? You know what that means? Let's see. Which one do we want of Sunker? This one's Sunker's favorite. So we'll do Sunker's favorite first.
That one I do like just from the outline.
Hell yeah. And there you go. Darth Dave got a gifty out of that one as well. So thank you very much. Your average Patriot Nerd. Captain Have Fun. Good to see you, buddy. I think Captain Have Fun's looking good in red now too as well. Yeah, I think Kyle Saber's like the only one that's not in red anymore. That's pretty freaking cool. You guys are amazing. I'm glad I didn't miss tonight. Hail everyone. Absolutely, Captain Have Fun. I'm glad you didn't miss tonight as well. This is a good one. I like this one a lot. No, fuck Quebec. So Shadow Ward 99. I love it. Turn the provinces into states. Well, I think the provinces into states would be the best idea. But if we add that plus the electoral state college, like what I'm talking about, I think we could eliminate the problem of Quebec itself.
But like the Quebecois is the reason why everyone goes over and does. They're the only fuckers that keep doing the French shit. So like, just, you know what? Let them cook. Let them be alone. They keep going and trying to leave Canada anyway. So fuck off, Quebec.
Ask France if they want them back as a territory.
No. We're really dealing with our own crazy ass.
Yeah, our own woke bullshit. What's up, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips? What's up, Wade? Good to see you, buddy. Join us over on Rumble, Wade. Join us over on Rumble. Good news, I'm only 3 or 4 away from 1.7K. That's awesome, Wade. Good job, buddy. Our Magnus accidentally had a weapon with the perfect buffs on it. Nice. That works out great. That works out great. So
As a character.
add the territories as well. Make English the official language of Quebec. There you go, Darth Dave. I like this idea. I'm liking these ideas. I'm liking these ideas a lot. I'm liking these ideas a lot. So, all right, boys and girls, we are going to pull up. I'm going to whip it out. The name of the doctor. I am going to whip it out, and we're going to give our little YouTube friends a lovely little tease, and then we will be going exclusive to our wonderful friends over there on Rumble, boys and girls. So get ready for that. If I can boomer this thing and find the right tab, we'll get it going. There it is.
I'm guessing you have like 30 tabs open.
Well, not 30. No, I've got like 12, maybe 13 open right now. Well, because I don't close out my news articles until I'm done with it. And the other rest of it's like the Bible study and like, basic stuff that I always have, like the YouTube channel, the editor, the pixel maker. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm not fucking justifying my damn tabs to all of you. Fuck off.
That's absolutely what you're doing.
That's a good question. What kind of idiot would try to steal a faulty TARDIS? Like that, I can't possibly imagine. I can't possibly imagine what kind of idiot would try to steal a faulty TARDIS.
Gaga, we're going to be jumping over to Rumble because we can't go over and watch it here. So quickly, go over. Their links are in the chat. Go over and jump over to Rumble.
Yes, absolutely. Please jump over to Rumble. And yeah, Jim Bone, if you can drop another link over on the YouTube side, because it might have disappeared for him or for Gage over there. But James Cash over on the YouTube side. Well, we're on the Streamlabs side. Sorry. Streamlabs side, which, hey, guess what? That's a direct donation, boys and girls. We get Dancing Baby. And for $20, you're getting both. For James, for $20, you're getting both Dancing Babies. So thank you, James Cash. You're an absolute legend, brother. You are part of the Grease 2 and our gears, keeping this machine running. And I could not do that without every single one of you. Thank you, James. You're a legend.
Thank you.
And then we have this one.
I told him the first time I saw that, I was just like, have fire going in the background of like demons playing guitar or like angels playing heavy metal or something.
I need to find one of the good like AI things that can do stuff like that, because that's awesome. Oh, that's probably awesome. To answer your question, probably chin balls in his ilk. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There you go. Rockin' baby. That's right. Kaio Saber. I love that. Faulty. The TARDIS is not faulty. She's well traveled. There you go, Kaio Saber. That's right. That's right. Animation Overload baby metal. All right, we'll give you a little bit more, and then we're gonna jump over to.
You called me old girl.
That's her giggity, old girl. Whoa, what's Clara doing there? And I love that they just bringing Hartnell back, like doing it like this. I love it. I love it. He is the first and only doctor. He is the best. He is amazing. We absolutely love him.
And he's traveling with his daughter.
Granddaughter. Granddaughter. Yep, his granddaughter.
I don't know one thing I remember.
All right. We don't want to test the limits too much of YouTube over there. So boys and girls, that's all you get. We appreciate you. We love you, YouTube. We appreciate all the growth and everything else once we do all that kind of fun stuff. And we appreciate all you guys over there giving us the ability to put some people over there on Rumble as well. So join us over on Rumble, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, Sunker Maiden, tell everybody bye.